So, I am talking at my camera right now, and by the way, I'm April. Hi guys, it's April, and I've been 1 year on YouTube! Hi guys, it's April. I've been on Booktube for 2 years now. I didn't even expect to make the first year, and the fact that I have now officially made 2 years blows my mind. Hi guys, it's April, and I've been on Booktube for 3 years now. It seems like such a long time, but it doesn't feel like I've been doing this for 3 years. Hi guys, it's April, and I've been on Booktube for 4 years. Yeah. Hi guys, it's April, and I've been on Booktube for 5 years. What? Since I've been on Booktube for 5 years now, I was trying to think of something that I could do for this booktube-a-versary. I didn't come up with anything too original, but I do know a while back, Steph over on Stacks on Stacks on Stacks tagged me in the Getting to Know You tag. I know I haven't done tags in a really long time and they're kind of out of vogue, but I figured I would use these questions just so that you guys can get to know me a little bit more if you're new here. However, if you have been here for a while and you know me pretty well, keep a point total for how many of these answers that you guessed right. Let me know down below at the end of the video how many points you got, and whoever has the most points gets the awesome trophy for the day. I don't know what that will look like, but you will get that. It might just be a picture of a trophy, but maybe that's your thing. So the first 2 questions of this tag, the whole reason I decided that this tag was appropriate for my 5-year booktube-a-versary is the fact that the first question is, what is your favorite book? And the second question is, what was your favorite book 5 years ago? The funny thing about these questions is the fact that it hasn't changed. Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marillier is a book that I always go back to 5 years later, even though I read it 10, 15 years ago. It's still one of those books that I constantly think about, and I constantly go back when I want the warm and fuzzies, when I want the drama, when I just want something familiar. I found a couple books that match how I feel about this book, but this, since it's the first, it's always the one in my brain that I always think about when people ask me this question, even though I know some of you are thinking I would have said another book, but this one. Which brings me to the next question. What is your favorite duology, trilogy, series? I had to glomp this all into one because I don't know how many duologies I could choose from and nothing was coming to mind. And then trilogies and series are almost the same in my brain, and I want to save some books for later in this video. So yep, this is the series you probably thought I was gonna say in the first 2 questions, but nope. Silo series by Howey is probably by far one of my favorite series. I have a couple favorite series, but this one is always at the top of my list because there is just so much character development and there's so much going on in these books that I love this series. I just love everything about all of this. Those were probably the easy 3, so kudos to everyone who's gotten 3 points. As for the last book I read, I just finished Mouse 1 last night. I am thinking about starting Mouse 2. There are some things that are kind of holding me back from that, but yes, this is the book I finished last night, and I had to thoroughly explain to my husband because he was right there and I had thoughts. So the next question, I don't know how to answer this because it is asking what is the last poetry book I read. I don't read poetry. I have literally nothing to hold up or tell you about. If I had to choose something, it would probably be some of the Pooh Bear poetry. I have the complete Pooh Bear collection, so maybe one of those. Possibly a Dr. Seuss book if you count that as poetry. That's all the poetry I own. I don't know. And then the book that had the most influence on my life is actually a couple of books, and that would probably be Steal Like an Artist and Show Your Work. These are short, quick little reads that I really like the artwork inside of them, but they make you stop and think about all of the things you do creatively, even when you don't think you're creative, and how we process ideas and how you go about collecting ideas and being influenced and just doing stuff that very much is my life in general. So these 2 things pushing me to show my work in different ways I can show my work, and how stealing isn't, if you do the right kind of stealing, isn't really a bad thing. It's actually something we all do, whether or not we're conscious of it. It's a thing, unless you live in a bubble, in which case you're not seeing this video right now. So it doesn't matter. The book that made me ugly cry. There's actually a series of books, but they're all by the same author, and that, of course, is The Dog Books by W. Bruce Cameron. This whole series, plus A Dog's Way Home, all of these, every single one of, at some point, mostly multiple points in these stories, I have just lost it. Things happen. I don't know what it is about me and dogs and reading stories about dogs. I'm the same way about cats, I promise. But cats just don't have the same kind of books. And if they do, tell me down below because I need to read them. But do I really? Yes, I need to read them, so tell me about them. And then going in the complete opposite direction from that, from crying and just feeling all of the emotions, is the book that made me laugh. That is by far the Soulless series by Gail Carriger. All of these books, even the rest of the books in this universe, the Custer Protocols and the Finishing School series, all of them, every single one of them, they are written in a way that I can't help but giggling because the things that these characters get themselves into, the things these characters say, I love it. So much sass. If I could be any character, this is another one that I always seem to bring up when this question is asked. I would want to be Diane from the Immortal series by Tamara Pierce. I want to talk to animals. It's just a thing that I want to do. There's just something about the ability to understand and talk to animals. I am drawn to that. And plus, I really like the romance that happens in this series, though, you know, that doesn't hurt as well. I need the next book in the Noir series. I just need it. If I could get my hands on an art copy of that book, my life would be made. And then it asks what book I have dreamt about. I would have to say probably any of Brandon Sanderson's work. He just has so much detail in his world. He has so much detail about all of his characters, and things just keep on happening that my brain cannot shut off. If I have been reading that book before bed, I just continue the story where I fell asleep. I'm not a DNF'er. Most of the time I will push my way through, but the Kenville incident came really, really close to it. I know a lot of you guys told me that if I wasn't enjoying it, if I wasn't being drawn to it, if I just wasn't finding time for it, maybe I should just put it down and walk away. That probably would have been a really good idea, but I stuck it out for the 80+ days and I actually finished this book, but it was close. It was really, really close. So who's winning? Who's got the most points right now? Do you know? And then last but not least, it only makes sense to end this video by talking about books that I'm super excited about getting to, about reading. And right now on the docket is primarily one book. It is going to be my next read after I finish my current read. I've been waiting for this book for months. Somehow it got returned to Book Depository and they had to remail it out to me. I don't know why, but you know, this book right here by Brandon Sanderson. I have been wanting to read this since it was released. It was supposed to be on my doorstep on release day, and obviously I just now got it. I literally just got it the other day. I'm not thrilled about that fact, but I really like these editions, and that's the only place I can find these editions, so I'm probably going to continue ordering from them. But this book, I am excited, so excited about this book. No spoilers down below, please. But I'm excited about this book. So for all of you who have been with me for these 5 years, thank you. For all of you who have just joined my channel, thank you. For all of you guys in between, thank you. I can't tell you how this journey has just changed me in ways that I never anticipated. I'm hoping that I'm still doing this 5 years from now. I don't know what life will bring, but you will probably still be hearing from me in some way, shape, or fashion. So thank you guys for being here. Tell me down below how many points you got. I'm just curious. And of course, if you would like to stay up to date with everything I upload, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I heart your beautiful faces.